This conference will now be recorded.
We
Okay.
miss your smiling face, though.
It's
not smiling.
Being 6:04, we'll bring the October 11th, 2023 Tilton Budget Committee to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Judy, for being on the phone, giving us a quorum.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you answered. Okay, tonight's agenda. We will, let's see, where am I? Okay, review of minutes. We have, does anyone get to read these earlier?
I didn't, all I got was the agenda.
Okay,
I think I sent the minutes last.
right. Yeah, and they have February 1st, February 8th. And we have last October 4th. Well, no, it should be here somewhere.
Wow, look at them all. Judy, did you get the minutes by email?
Oh, yeah, there it
That's weird.
is. Right.
But you didn't get today's agenda?
No, I haven't gotten any minutes. I'm sorry, I was looking at something else.
Well, I gave him your
I'm trying to multitask and failing.
I gave him your email. They're gonna double check it, make sure it's right.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll give you a few minutes if you wish. February 1st was the public hearing. And February 8th was the reconsideration of Article 13. Had to make that change. You guys remember those? Remember they said that we had to change the state said we had to change some wording
Oh, that's
Yes.
right.
in that 10,000 Tilton Island Preservation Capital Reserve Fund. Okay, that's what the February 8th is. And the February 1st is the public hearing.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I know.
That is it jtilton.cca@gmail.com? What we have.
I'll make a motion that we accept all three sets of minutes, February 1st, 2023, February 8th, 2023. Actually, those should be, oh yeah, 2023, and October 4th, 2023.
Second.
Okay, but I'll let you guys look at them a little bit if you want to. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Next. Okay, so now we've got I believe 10 outside agency packages.
And complete.
And well, 9, one is not complete.
to complete with B&A.
Oh, okay,
And then CAP, we're missing.
okay, so we're still waiting for the application part of the cap. B&A came in today.
Well, wasn't this due like a couple weeks ago?
Right. But I just had her check again saying what happened, and they don't have an explanation, right? Because I had called and they said they were gonna send them right
Well,
over.
B&A had sent a letter and they just basically sent two things and they didn't have the application.
Right.
And the other paperwork with it, so that's
Well, I had called them again in September and said, we only have a letter, and I read what we wanted, and she said,
Right.
we'll get right on that. And they didn't explain that, why they
what they.
didn't.
Sherry?
That was B&A though, but we're talking about CAP is the one that's
Oh,
not.
I'm talking,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, no, I'm talking about the
Yeah.
V&A.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had called V&A and said, we haven't got everything.
So B&A put theirs in.
Then they finally
We have
got,
VNAs, but what about CAP?
they're just came in.
It just,
Yeah.
so, okay, so we do have CAP.
Kind of.
Well, they sent their financial information,
Yeah.
not an application.
So we'll just put them at the end of the line here.
They were gonna drop the stuff off today before 5 PM. I wasn't here today, but the CAP, so I don't know if they made an effort and yours were on at that point. I was a little crazy here today,
Mhm.
so I don't know if they did try to come. They sent an email this afternoon saying that they were they're sorry that she just got the notification. I forgot one for me.
Okay, so if we have 4 a night, we'll have 3. We'll just have to do 3. What do you think? Well, first of all, I think we don't really need to call in Old Home Day,
I'm already here.
yeah, or the Park Cemetery Association.
It'll take me 3 minutes to give you my spiel.
Yeah, okay, well, we can slide that in. I don't think we have to really bring in Park Cemetery Association.
I don't think so.
Old Home Day, where we have you, so, which we can slide in some other time, but,
That gets us to 9 if CAP finishes theirs.
3 a night, yeah. So, I've gone over some of these budgets and, I mean, there's some that, I mean, the reason we didn't do, give CASA money or Lakes Region is because they have a lot of money.
Can we get the spreadsheet that shows us what we did last year? That would be really helpful. Remember we did that last year? We had a little spreadsheet that told us what we did the year before.
Okay,
Remember that?
Yeah, I can probably find that. It's also in the budget document.
yeah, it's in
Shows you
the
what was
yeah,
budgeted.
what we didn't, give and what we did, you mean?
Yeah, we had we had a spreadsheet last year, so we could kind of write
Yeah.
notes on it and stuff. It was helpful. Remember that, Judy?
I just filled my thing out,
Oh, yeah, what?
but I use the budget, so,
Okay,
and I assume the budget's accurate.
oh, you put in last year, you put in last year's?
So, yes,
Oh, I see,
yeah, so I put in what we paid last year.
Okay,
I marked the ones that are new, and the ones that we didn't.
Well, aren't you a show off?
so the new is the Twin Rivers Food Pantry.
And the Greater Lakes Child Advocacy.
No, they came in last year.
Did they? I couldn't find them. We must not have funded them because I couldn't
No,
find.
we didn't.
See,
I
that
couldn't
spreadsheet-
find them
They're
in the book.
actually,
Spreadsheet would have been awesome.
they're,
I didn't remember them, so
they're
I
a
couldn't. Yeah.
subcategory of, another of the Granite State Children's Alliance.
Oh, is that what they are?
Yeah, they're, part of that. Because that's, the financials we have are the Granite State Children's Alliance. We don't have one for their themselves.
Did we fund them last year?
I don't think we did.
No, you didn't.
Not in the budget.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's some issues when I see they have a lot of money. I don't understand why they're,
Asking us
in
for
the,
5,000.
well, let me, yeah. So I guess they have a listing of all the towns, but I don't think they've got any money from anybody yet.
Laconia gave them some last year, apparently.
Yeah, they got 1,500 from Laconia. So they're fairly new. And they're asking 5,000 from us and then 10,000 from Laconia, but Laconia has 8 times the need than we do. So that was kind of confusing, but
But it looks like they're basing it on the number of children they served. That seems to be what pushes it up to 5.
well, they had 6 children here.
Yeah,
from-
but
from
like
Tilton.
Tilton had 6. Belmont had 8, so they were at 5,000. Laconia had 47. I mean, like at four served, it was only 3,500. So there's like some line they cross at that point and it goes up to 5.
Which one were you looking at?
Well, yeah, I kind of look at the service in dollars
Yeah.
myself, but
Which one are you looking at?
The Greater Lakes.
Okay, I was looking at Hall Memorial Library.
yeah,
I'm sorry, but I just curious why they went up so much.
and the rec is going up a lot too. So,
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, and then if you go to the financials for the Granite State Children's Alliance,
Money.
their revenue is quite a bit more than their total expenses. Like their total revenue is 22,400,000. Their total expenses are 2 million. So they have a, positive net assets, but of course, I'm not real good with understanding that type of stuff.
Christina's, yeah.
But it just seems if they have a positive flow, and I understand why they want us to buy in because they want us to take some ownership for the people that they're servicing. And Lakes Region Mental Health is very similar. So, do any of you guys have good heads or figures? Understanding these reports? Guys, Tim?
Well, their net assets between the 2 years barely changed. Tilton was, 2021 was 2.3 million, and now it's just under 2.3 million. Didn't really have much of a change in the years.
Right.
They have over 2 million.
I was looking at their
Year-end
their
assets.
revenues versus expenses, and they're having more revenues than they have expenses right now.
Right, so they're
And
black.
and I think Lakes Region, the mental health is similar. I mean, their
Did we
total,
fund them last year?
no,
Lakes Regimental?
their total revenues, of course, that's the balance sheet. So,
I'm happy with following the standards we kind of set already on revenue and assets and us contributing.
right. It's sometimes good to talk to Christine since that's
Yeah.
her job is to give us a little more idea. Yeah, because so the Lakes Region Mental Health, their total public support and revenues is 16,700,000, and their total expenses are 16,500,000. So they've got a net assets of 155,000, and then they have another 300,000 of income on investment income. So their net assets have increased to 10 million. So I have a hard time. And CASA is the same way. I mean, what CASA needs is people. I mean, on their,
Didn't we support Castle last year though?
no.
No.
Thought we did.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, their total current assets are up to 6,500,000.
Maybe I'm thinking
They're
youth
up.
assistance. I was thinking about youth assistance. We support them.
Right. I'm just looking at the big guys that get a lot of government money. And I don't know if we need to pay them twice. So their expenses, the CASA. And I don't really understand sometimes because they have different so their total income, they said, is only 3,800,000. And their total expenses are 3,900,000. So they had a loss of 161,000. But their net assets have gone up. There. Actually, no, their total assets, their revenue is 38, but their total assets are 7 million. So they have a whole bunch of assets, which I don't understand what they are. They've got all these checking accounts. Looks like they've got 6 million in bank accounts. So that's a lot of assets. And their fixed assets, which are buildings and furniture, is only 1 million or something.
Right.
Maybe that's gotta be
Other current assets is
2 million.
6.8, almost 6.9 million.
2 million, yeah. So,
Huh.
okay, so those are the things I'd like to talk to Christine about on this, the bigger moneyed guys.
So do you want to put those three in one night and just kind of
Yeah,
delve into them?
sure. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Which three is that?
So we'd be doing CASA,
Lakes Region Mental Health.
Lakes Region Mental Health, and the Greater Child Advocacy. Okay. Um, anybody have issues with any of the other budgets or? Maybe, do we need another week to go over them and come back and discuss them? And then we'll have, we can get some questions. Sometimes I feel like if we have specific questions, it's easier to make it quicker. What do you think? What do you think, Judy?
I don't think waiting a week is a bad idea.
Okay. Yeah, so let's,
That's fairly selfish. That means I can be there.
right. Well, okay, so the homework for next week is to go over the budgets and bring up questions to the meeting. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
So we're not setting those 3 up yet?
Not yet.
Can we also discuss those that, I mean, we've identified some that they don't need our money. We shouldn't be giving our taxpayers monies to.
Well, yeah, that's those
So
three.
should we identify those that we're not gonna have come in, that we're not gonna fund?
Okay,
There's no need in
I
having
ju-
them come in if we're not gonna fund them.
I would just want to, I mean, since I'm not a, accountant or auditor, I'd like to actually talk to Christine about these and get her opinion on that. And then we could say, okay,
Sure.
we don't feel, and give them a reasoning
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
but I mean,
why we're not,
as
Yes.
part of our
because
homework.
we could maybe just not even talk to those guys. Yeah,
Well, that's what I mean. Why have them come in
Right.
if we're not gonna fund them?
right.
So if we talk with Christina next week and she agrees with all of us,
Yeah,
then we just give them, she gives
No,
them a call.
so give her a heads up on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
So,
says, hey, we don't need you to come in, we're not gonna fund it.
That'll be a fun call.
okay. So that's,
Do you want me to make note of the ones that you're considering not funding now, or would you like to wait just for further discussion?
yeah, I mean, I think those three we've kind of identified as, in the past, we haven't funded them.
Which ones are they?
It was the Greater Lakes Child Advocacy, CASA.
Oh, I thought those were the ones you wanted to see together. I didn't think they were the ones you weren't going to fund.
Well, at this point, we're kind of saying that we haven't funded them in the past. So that's why we lumped them together as a meeting. But if we're not going to fund them, we don't need to call them in and waste their time
Okay.
to that. But
I think we put them in the
And
bucket to talk to
Lakes Region,
Christine.
Lakes Region Mental Health, yeah.
So I'll put questioning on funding.
And you could just make, well, I can send out a notice saying to everybody saying this is what we've decided to homework for this week is to go over the budgets. So Christine will have to come in and get these other ones. And that we're considering not funding those three, but wanted a little bit more input, especially from Christine from that.
I'm pretty
line of
sure
work.
there was one other she didn't get because they came in after she was.
She probably hasn't
Library. I
got
can't remember.
those. She hasn't got CAP or VNA.
Those I knew, but I
Okay.
thought there was one more because I thought she had come in before, but
Okay.
I'll double check what I have downstairs.
So let's see. And Tim also just gave us a new breakdown.
And we'll work on the spreadsheet for Deb.
Okay, great.
I found it, so I shared it with you.
Oh, great.
Already added columns for 23 and 20.
I can email those to you if you'd like.
I'll open the meeting to public comment. Do you have anything to say, Sue? Tim? All right, so, I guess that's, anybody got any other business or any questions?
If you don't get something from CAP, are we just not gonna entertain them? Are you gonna give them a deadline? Are we just leaving it open-ended? Like, get it in when you want to?
Well,
I
They
told them to
really
get them in
haven't
done-
before 5 today, but
they were
like
supposed to bring it in today.
We're gonna see if they tried to come. in. Yeah.
right, and they were already closed, so I
I
couldn't.
guess I'm just asking, are we gonna give them, you know,
Do you want to give them just like one more to the end of the week, or I'll have it to you guys, and then you guys can have it over the
Would you want
weekend?
to
It's up to you guys.
touch base with them tomorrow? If it's not here,
Yeah.
say, we need it.
You want it by the end of the day tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we wanna leave things open-ended forever.
right.
We try to be nice, but then it bites you.
Technically, the VNA did have something in ahead of time, just.
Right, it just was incomplete.
Right.
Hey. So.
To adjourn.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye, aye.
Aye, great, thank you so much.
Aye,
Thank
aye,
you,
aye.
Judy.
Being in a,
Hey, Judy, they have
Okay.
your email address right, so maybe it's going into spam or something.
Yeah, we emailed back and
I
forth.
got one email, but I don't have packets or anything either. Am I supposed to pick those up?
yeah, she'll have to come in
Yeah.
here.
There's too much to email.
Oh, good, I'll do that tomorrow.
I'll make sure
Great.
it's all
Then you have
together.
something to read for the weekend.
I got plenty to read for the weekend. But thank you, appreciate it.
Are we adjourned?
We are.
Are you good, Judy?
Well, bye now.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to do your homework.